Hi, Ethan Klein. I see that you've uploaded this video talking about the FUPA and that you've used all the money and that's why FUPA went bankrupt and that's why nobody else can use the FUPA fund. Nobody else has access to the money for fair use because you used it all for your lawsuit. Sorry, guys. That's what the purpose was for my lawsuit. But I seem to remember this game. What was the name of the game? I think it was Payday 2 that is available on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, Steam, Windows PC. This game's out everywhere where there was a DLC, an H3H3 DLC, and I believe the developers said that they would give you 100% of the proceeds for the lawsuit. Now, I, as a person that's made games, released them on Xbox Live, released them on Steam, knows a little bit something about DLC and, you know, like shit, these Fortnite guys, how much money they're making with their creator code and they're only getting 5%. And this developer from Payday told you that he was going to give you 100% of the money made on the fucking DLC because, you know, those network or those platforms, they have to take like their 30 or 20%. So that's like 70% of the gross revenue of this DLC for Payday 2, this AAA game. That had to have been a lot of money. How come that wasn't mentioned at all in this video? I'm just curious. Please answer my question because, I find it a little strange that you didn't include that. It was a big source of money for the lawsuit.
Welcome back to a new episode of Ethan and Hila. Today I'm Ethan.
Only today.
Today, specifically, I'm feeling very Ethan today. I've been watching this guy because he's such a unique fellow. And I mean that in the nicest way possible. Have you guys ever heard of Bold Guy, aka Matt Haas?
If anyone is still here from our old days, they probably know him. We used to watch it when
Did we watch those on stream?
Yeah.
Okay. So Bold Guy is like something really close to my heart. And he comes from like an older day of YouTube where it was just like CringeTube. It was known, I think it was formerly known as CringeTube. And like this guy's the king of CringeTube.
Yeah.
The guy is a trip. So look, let's just jump right in.
Who are you calling an attention whore?
I'm asking because you keep sticking your ass up in the air.
I have the right to exercise here if I want.
Of course you do. And I have a right to approach and talk to you.
You know, when you watch a porn, you endure this shit because you know it's going somewhere. But here, it's like there's no payoff.
It's just the crappy.
It's the crappy porn.
story.
It's like, what is the point of this?
I don't have to act like a lady simply because you expect me to.
Then don't expect me to act like a gentleman.
How would you like me to shove this up your ass?
I'm not into fist fucking, but thank you for the offer.
I love how he writes their lines always to set him up with like a bazinger.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
He also the female character is always so annoying. And he writes them like that.
Super defensive, super slutty, super bitchy, but then ultimately they give in to his sexual prowess.
Yeah, because how could you not?
How could you not? He's Matt Haas. He's Matt Haas. Get a load of that face.
You want me, don't you?
I haven't decided yet.
Yeah, you do. You're still here talking to me.
Oh,
what?
whoa.
What kind of touch is that?
It's the one that says porn is imminent, but it's not.
Strong shoulders.
He wrote that in, by the way.
What are the situations?
Just remember that whenever it anything like that, he wrote that in. He wrote, "She says strong shoulders" about me.
Yeah.
Firm chest. Tight butt. That means you have a powerful thrust, am I right?
I feel so objectified.
You can have me.
Holy fuck.
Of course.
And it's just that easy, baby. Get up there and get some girls yourselves, guys. Yes, we are being sued for copyright infringement. And it's been hanging over our lives like a cloud these past months.
Yeah.
We are being sued by Bold Guy, aka Matt Haas Zone. He combined the two lost arts of parkour and pickup. If cringe was an art form, Matt is Picasso. We did our thing and we made a reaction video about him on our second channel, Ethan and Hila. It was a small video. I mean, nobody really cared about the video too much.
Yeah. No, it's just a normal reaction video.
Normal reaction video. And I think the heart and soul of this is like that he doesn't like that we made fun of him, and so he's suing us. The thing is that when we first announced this, that a lot of people were like, well, it's not a big deal, the judge will throw it out, it's clearly fair use.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that.
Sadly, it does not work like that. It's going to court, and it's going to take up to 2 years to complete the whole trial, and it's going to cost us up to $100,000. I think it's quite clear to everybody there's a difference between like what Jinx used to do and what we do. And it's obvious to all of us, but unfortunately fair use is a legal defense. It's not anything more than that. And to determine what is actually fair use is determined in a costly and long court hearing. And because Matt Haas, that bold man who is impervious to criticism, doesn't like that we said naughty things about him, he wants to go all the way with it.
You just don't know how a jury will see it.
Exactly,
I
that's
don't know
the scary
how
part.
old they are, what have they seen, if they know anything about YouTube.
Yeah.
It's like, for us, this is so obviously fair use, but I don't know what they'll think.
That's the scary part, is that it goes to a jury. And so even though, like, to everybody it looks like a clean-cut win, but, you know, you don't know what the jury's going to say. And if they rule against us, we stand not only to lose a ton of money, but literally everything we've built our whole career on. And, you know, that also brings me to the point that I have to the biggest thank you ever. You guys know him. You guys love him. Ryan Morrison, the video game attorney, and his partner, Michael Lee. These guys are true saints.
It's really unbelievable what they have done for us so far.
Not all heroes wear capes, guys. Some of them hold briefcases. At the early stages of this, when Matt was threatening to sue us with his lawyer and all this shit, they represented us for free without ever asking a dime, doing it only simply because it was the right thing to do and to protect fair use as it is on YouTube. Since we posted our video 2 days ago, a lot has happened. It's been crazy, and most of all, we've received such an overwhelming amount of support that it's completely blown us away.
Yeah.
When we made that video, we didn't expect anyone to really care about it except our own community. And just seeing everyone come together has been absolutely amazing. So many of you guys probably heard by now that Philly D, upon seeing our video, started a GoFundMe campaign that as of now has raised over $115,000 fucking dollars in 24 hours.
It's unreal. I feel like it just turned completely for like the shittiest situation we've been in to like one of the greatest.
It's ridiculous. And now, you know, no matter what happens with the case, we've already won. Philly D started by putting in $5,000. Notch came in with $8,000. Gary Newman, Markiplier, Michael Green, Drama Alert, PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, Quebble Cop, Ray Narvaez, In a Nutshell, Critical, Did You Know Gaming, Jake Roper, I Hate Everything, Luna, Matthias, Scarce, Boogie, Jenna Marbles, even Leafy is here, and the Fine Bros, people who we've roasted in the past, set aside their differences to help protect fair use, for which I have so much respect. I mean, the Fine Bros gave $10,000.
Yeah, that was just so shocking.
Honestly, a huge, big thank you to everybody who helped support it. All those guys and 4,000 plus more people who gave us so generously. Now, we fully realize that people aren't supporting H3H3. Most of them are just supporting fair use.
Yeah.
And that's why this movement was so powerful. And in consideration of that, we received so much money. We're not going to use all that money. You guys gave us so much money. Right now, it's like $120,000.
No, yeah, it's ridiculous.
I mean, we say we need $100,000 at most, and there's a large chance that we're not going to use anywhere near that amount, depending on how long the case goes.
Yeah.
So in consideration of that, we've decided to take every single penny and put it into an escrow account in the care of Morrison Lee, Ryan Morrison, and his partner, Michael Lee, a video game attorney. So it goes into an escrow account in their care that will be used only for the purpose of protecting fair use and representing people, big or small, who are in legitimate need of protection. So far, these guys, Morrison and Lee, have been known for giving free legal advice. Well, now they can do way more than that. They can actually represent these people and use their time to help support fair use. That money will not be used for any other purpose. We will never see a penny of it. It is going straight from Philly D's campaign into an escrow account for the sole purpose of protecting fair use, and we will be its first client. And that's why we decided to donate $5,000 of our own money into the GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Because even though you guys gave us the money to defend ourselves, we're also a member of this community, and this is something that we care about.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's also our burden to bear.
Yeah.
So we're giving $5,000 of our own money into the account. So we will be the first client of this account that will be known as the Fair Use Protection Account, also known as FUPA. And even now, guys, the FUPA continues to grow. The FUPA shall protect all of us. Thank you guys for helping augment the FUPA and making it voluptuous and big and powerful like we always knew that it was. If anyone out there thinks that they have a legitimate fair use claim and are being bullied, email fupa@morrisonlee.com. And the lawyers and ourselves are going to look over everything, and we will definitely get back to you if you have a legitimate cause. On Twitter, you can follow us at FUPA for Freedom. And here we'll be putting updates, how we're spending the money, who we're helping. If you have concerns, tweet us there. So this money should hypothetically last us a long time.
Yeah.
And the amount of money that's there should act alone as a deterrent to other people who want to try to bully and fuck with people. Now that the money's there, the means is there, we've got a lawyer, a community that's there to stand up and help protect fair use. Thanks to your guys' contributions. Thanks everyone so much. This is like a dream, like to actually have a organization where we as a community came together and fundraised to help protect everybody.
Yeah, you actually have lawyers who knows what they're doing. Go ask them whatever you need, and they can help.
We got
you.
it.
It's like a dream.
It's like a YouTubers union. I mean, I've always dreamed of this. We have a YouTubers union. We have money. We have an organization. We have lawyers. Guys, this is like a new chapter for fair use on YouTube. We finally stood together, and the FUPA shall prevail.
And a fantastic quickie update, we have to talk about H3H3 Productions. That, of course, Ethan and Hila Klein. We've talked about them on the show multiple times. One of the big reasons is they were being sued. And it was this really disgusting situation where they were being sued by another YouTuber for copyright infringement. That YouTuber, who we won't even mention their name, was not a fan of the videos H3H3 Productions was putting out on them. At first, they demanded money, the videos be removed, that H3H3 Productions put out an apology video. And that YouTuber ended up actually suing H3H3 Productions. And that's when you might remember I found out about the situation. I started a GoFundMe. The community just came together, raised so much money for their legal fees, and then of course they had to go through the just ridiculously long process of fighting it out. And I'll say now what I said then, I didn't do it just because like I'm just such a great guy. This was an immensely important fair use case. If they lost, it meant horrible shit for everyone else. But the fantastic news today is that Ethan Klein tweeted out, "We won the lawsuit. Video coming soon. Huge victory for fair use on YouTube." And that just makes me so happy as both a creator and a fan of what they're putting out. While I have a slight relief that common sense seemed to prevail today, I can't even imagine how relieved they are. This is a point I've hit on in the past. Anytime there was good news or the community came together, everyone was like, yay! But it was important to remember outside of that, the people actually being sued then had to continue dealing with it day in, day out. Also, I'll link to the full document of the judgment of this case in the links down below. It explains why certain things were decided, but I also love that there is a legal document that reads, Ethan Klein refers to plaintiff as the king of CringeTube, and defendants mock plaintiff's parkour ability, sarcastically stating that plaintiff, quote, thinks he's a parkour expert.
That's quite a generous offer.
Catch me. You pussy.
Oh yeah, he thinks he's like a parkour guy.
Oh yeah.
He thinks he's like a parkour expert. I forgot that whole level of greatness.
He could have just taken the stairs.
I was saying, is he required to do that? Because he could have just gone around. Good job, Hila.
Good job.
After a year and a half of doing depositions, filing summaries, motions, hundreds of thousands of dollars later, we slammed this bitch, dude! Yes! We won the court case! Yes!
I never thought we'd be making this video.
I swear to God, it felt like this would never happen. It was a year and a half we were waiting for this. And I'll tell you what, through all the grief, all the drama, man, now I'm so happy we did it. Because this is a landmark case. Not just for us, But seriously, the wording that the judge put into the opinion is going to strengthen fair use across YouTube. This opinion by the judge is a slam dunk. Kobe, take this L. So what I want to do now is read the judge's opinion. I want to show you guys all the little gold nuggets throughout here that are strengthening fair use and ultimately vindicating us completely. And before that, I just want to thank you guys. You know, without your support emotionally and financially, I don't know we would have made it through this.
Every time I think about this lawsuit, I also think about how thankful we must be because of your guys' help. It's insane.
Let's start from the top. This is an opinion in order between Matt Hosseinzadeh, plaintiff, versus Ethan and Hila Klein.
What up?
Defendants, boy, step to this. Catherine B. Forrest, the district judge, says this action principally concerns whether critical commentary on a creative video posted on YouTube constitutes copyright infringement. Matt Hosseinzadeh, the plaintiff, filed this action in response to a video, the Klein video, created by Ethan and Hila Klein, the defendants, in which they comment and criticize plaintiff's copyrighted video, the Haas video. The Klein's criticism and commentary is interwoven with clips from the Haas video. The operative complaint alleges that defendants infringed plaintiff's copyright, made misrepresentations in a counter takedown notice in violation of the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, and defamed plaintiff.
There were 3 claims: the copyright infringement, misrepresentation, because he filed a takedown and we did a counter takedown, and defamation.
So he was suing us for 3 different things, and the judge says, take this L for copyright, take this L for misrepresentation, and oh my God, take this L too for defamation. The key evidence in the record consists of Klein and Haas's videos themselves. Any review of the Klein's video leaves no doubt that it constitutes critical commentary on Haas's video. There is also no doubt that the Klein's video is decidedly not a market substitute for Haas's video. For these and the other reasons set forth below, defendants' use of the clips from the Haas video constitute fair use as a matter of law. Oh, that makes me rock hard, dude. I am fully chubbed. When she wrote matter of law, I was like, oh shit, dude, did I just take a Viagra? For these and the other reasons set forth below, plaintiff's defamation claim fails. Defendant's motion for summary judgment is therefore granted, and plaintiff's motion is denied in all caps. Denied in all caps.
I love that they use all caps. Like even
Denied! She's being all like scholarly and shit. Denied! Goes Super Saiyan. Here the judge says in a footnote, which I think is really important and meaningful, that Klein's video is arguably part of a large genre of YouTube videos commonly known as reaction videos. Videos within this genre vary widely in terms of purpose, structure, and the extent to which they rely on potentially copyrighted material. Some reaction videos, like the Klein's video, intersperse short segments of another's work with criticism and commentary, while others are more akin to a group viewing session without commentary. Accordingly, the court is not ruling here that all reaction videos constitute fair use, which I think is a great distinction, because us who do it well and who respect fair use, we hate these shitty Jink styles reaction videos.
And I think everyone on YouTube also can tell the difference. There's the classic old school dumb reaction videos where they just sit there and watch it and don't say anything. They just laugh with the video or whatever. And then there's the other kind where people put in commentary, editing.
And so this is a precedent, a win on both sides. This is super powerful stuff.
Out of all the people I've covered on this channel, I think there are a few people more intriguing than the person I've decided to cover today. And that person is Matt Hoss. And if you're wondering who he is, well, you shouldn't be, but he is infamous amongst the internet community for suing Ethan and Hila Klein, aka H3 Productions, over a reaction video they made on their second channel known as The Big, The Bold, The Beautiful, in which they delivered their signature reaction-style commentary. Most people know how the story goes, that basically Matt filed a civil action against H3 under the premise that their use of content wasn't fair and defamed his character. H3 disputed this, and this then escalated to the courts. Fortunately, this time round, the judge then, Catherine Forrest, the absolute legend, ruled in favor of the Kleins. It was probably one of the most famous motions, and it was heartwarming to see an often divided community uniting for the cause of something that transcended the differences.
Over a year ago, in May of 2016, H3 and Hila uploaded a video talking about a new chapter for fair use on YouTube. Philip DeFranco started a GoFundMe to raise money to help Ethan and Gila fight this lawsuit where they were being sued. Many YouTubers donated money to this because, quite frankly, it was just a very, very good, idea to create some type of escrow account where there's money there to help and fight for creators who are dealing with false copyright strikes. They raised a total of $170,000. And in this video, they said the FUPA Twitter account will give updates with what's going on and who they're helping and what they're doing. The FUPA Twitter account hasn't tweeted since September of 2016, in over a year. Where did the money go? Also, H3H3 and Gila, thank God, won the lawsuit, which was great for everyone, but I'm pretty sure the other guy was forced to pay for their legal fees. Where is the money? Also, the creators of Payday 2 made an H3H3 DLC pack, and again, this money was supposed to help them fight their legal battle, which is over now. They already won, and the DLC pack just came out. Quite frankly, I haven't watched this video, so maybe he did explain where that money's going, but if he doesn't explain it, I assume that he's just getting all the money. My main concern is this FUPA, right? All of us YouTubers, we donated it for this program, this organization, to help YouTubers big and small. And it hasn't tweeted since 2016. Maybe the answers are somewhere on the internet that I just can't find, but if somebody knows, please tell me, because 2016 is the last time this organization has tweeted that's supposed to help all of us. What the fuck? Where did the money go? Where'd the money? You won the lawsuit. Where'd the money go, dude? Where's the money at, bruh?
Is when, he raised all that money for the lawsuit, and then he made a fund, right? He made a fund, and that fund, the FUPA fund, was supposed to help other people that get caught and, that get, in a lawsuit over copyright. And this motherfucker took all the money. Like, dude, you're richer than everyone. You took all the money for your lawsuit. You didn't leave money for anyone else. What are you saying? Like, so I called him out on that because I donated for that. I donated that for the
Dude,
the
I donated
right?
$1,000 to that shit, and I charged
exactly.
back. I'm not gonna lie, that was some
bullshit. He took all the money for his lawsuit and didn't help anyone. What? What are you doing? You have money. What are you saying? So we called him out on that. He wouldn't give us any straight answers on why the fund had no money. And then on top of that, it wasn't just the fund that raised the money, which was like, I don't know, it was like 200,000. Like, I'm guessing, I don't know, it was something around there. Could be wrong on the exact number. But on top of it, there were all these articles that came out, and I'm pretty sure he made a statement saying that, he was going to have a skin in this game called Payday 2, and the money was going to go for the lawsuit. Like,
dude, this goes so deep. Holy shit.
That's what everybody in the community thought, right? And so, I don't know. Now he's saying that money was just his, and it wasn't for the lawsuit. It's like changing the story. And I'm like, what the? And he's like threatening to sue me. He's like, I never said that, which I can't find anything of him saying that, but there's articles saying that. There's literally articles like from gaming websites that, the money from the skin is going to go to Ethan to help pay for the lawsuit. So everybody knew that. I don't know what happened that was never, I don't know. Maybe it's wrong. Maybe it's not. I don't fucking know. All I know is, okay, maybe he did get to keep the money from the skins. Maybe it wasn't for the lawsuit. Okay, fine. But why don't you take the money from the skins, okay,
dude, this goes so deep,
into the FUPA fund to help other people that get a copyright lawsuit? Because when you had a copyright lawsuit, we all came together and we gave you fucking money.
Dude, isn't it crazy?
You help other people? Why can't you put the money from your skins and put it in other? Why are you so goddamn fucking greedy? Why are you like this? It's you. It's me. But then you want to play this guy that cares about the community when really you only care about yourself. You want to play this guy that cares about everyone else, but you don't. You backstab your own friends that helped you launch your career. JonTron, PewDiePie, and that's right, Killer Keemstar. I came on your crappy podcast. I gave you great numbers, and immediately you said, "Oh, I hate you." He's a snake.
That money will not be used for any other purpose. We will never see a penny of it. It is going straight from Philly D's campaign into an escrow account for the sole purpose of protecting fair use.
Which is an amazing thing. They also donated $5,000 of their own money to the escrow.
We decided to donate $5,000 of our own money into the GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Because even though you guys gave us the money to defend ourselves, we're also a member of this community.
And they established essentially at that point the Fair Use Protection Fund, or FUPA.
So we will be the first client of this account that will be known as the Fair Use Protection Account, also known as FUPA. And even now, guys, the FUPA continues to grow. The FUPA shall protect all of us.
It's created a Twitter handle which currently has 41,000 followers and hasn't had a single tweet since September of 2016. It's been abandoned. Later in the video, they also say they promised updates on how the money would be spent. Well, that never happened. You know, from what I can tell, from what I think is the most logical situation here is that every penny that went into that FUPA account was used to defend Ethan and Hila Klein, which is fine. It was supposed to do that sort of thing. But then people, I think, you know, fair or not, will look at the fact that, you know, they built a very expensive podcast set, and they just, in October last year, they bought a $9 million Bel Air mansion. So people rightfully are like, yo, you know, you bought a $10 million mansion, which you earned, okay, that's fine. But it just, the optics of it isn't great, all right? It's like, well...
We've decided to take every single penny and put it into an escrow account in the care of Morrison Lee, Ryan Morrison, and his partner, Michael Lee, a video game attorney. So it goes into an escrow account in their care.
Hold on. XQC.
Twitch star signs $100 million deal with rival platform?
A character.
Wait, which platform?
What?
Kick.
100 million?
They give him 100 million. He's ditching Twitch.
Yeah, I got it.
100 million.
Good for our boy.
Wait, 100 million?
Over 2 years.
What?
Yes, sir.
That's crazy. Okay.
What?
The only thing that tells me is how fucking obscenely wealthy they are with disgusting gambling crypto games. Like, this money is blood money.
Yeah.
This is so vile. And I guarantee you, here's what's going to happen. Mark my words. Kick was started by Stake because Twitch banned gambling.
Okay.
Now that he's on Stake, or on Kick, I bet you part of his agreement is that he has to gamble.
Makes perfect sense.
And because he was already making a fuckload of money from gambling. $70 million contract with incentives that could push. Oh my God. I'm about to shit and piss. His agent is Ryan Morris. What a fucking nightmare.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Holy fuck. I cannot believe that guy made it.
That's
Wow.
That is crazy.
That is crazy.
And you know Ryan probably sneaked a percentage out of him on that one too.
Well, even if he, I mean, what's standard for agent, right? 10%?
He's his, well, this is his
That's $10 million. That's still a pretty good day.
Oh, his
Says
agent?
His agent.
Oh my God. That
Could
is,
it
I guess,
be
yeah.
somebody else?
No, it's him.
10%
He's an
standard
agent
for
now?
agents.
I remember he was working in esports stuff and was like, quote, managing. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, this guy almost ruined my fucking life.
Mm-hmm.
He is,
Yeah.
and I'm just saying this. It's my opinion. Of course, it's my opinion based on my experience with him. He is the most incompetent, worst, bad faith fuck up of an attorney that almost ruined my life.
Yeah, it was our worst time.
Well, he's transitioned into something he's much better at, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because
Cheers,
that's a
my
hell. Cheers, my dude.
I
That's
mean,
a hell of a deal you just signed.
I think that's more an XQC thing than a Ryan Morrison.
Well, he's his agent. He negotiated it. XQC was not negotiating this.
Apple.
Guarantee. That guy, the Apple guy.
I got it.
Oh man. Yeah, that guy fucked us so bad. I mean, I can't even emphasize how bad he fucked me. But there it is. He made it. Good for him, I guess.
It seems like a lot of people don't have any idea what you're referring to. They don't know the lore.
Oh, back during the FUPA fund shit. I mean, it's so long ago now.
He was somewhat involved in everything that happened with your first lawsuit back in the day, right?
It'd be a lot to explain.
It's a lot to explain, but at least that's the short version, right? He
almost lost our.
He was our
lawsuit.
first lawyer when that happened, and his take was, "You should take this on. It's really easy, right?"
Yes, he said, "Don't." Yeah, that was his
It's
advice.
an easy dub. And then when
And he was all like, "Dude, all the other activists." Organizations are going to want to get on this, like ACLU and all these
Right.
people, they're going to back us up. And he's just some like meme attorney on Reddit
Yeah.
at the time. The video game attorney, was that
Yeah.
him?
Mm-hmm.
And then when I got sued by Matt Haas, and then we raised a bunch of money, he had this genius idea to start a nonprofit and donate the money there.
The FUPA.
The
thing
FUPA
that
fund.
yeah.
And also, so that was one thing. The other thing was that their legal arguments were absolutely insane. Instead of attacking the merit of fair use, their first attempt was to dismiss it based on a technicality of the patent
Yeah.
or the copyright, which makes no sense because they could have resolved it and settled it immediately. Makes no fucking sense. And it was so bad that when we went to our next attorney, because we're like, these guys are going to ruin our life. The other attorneys were like, I genuinely want to file like a malpractice against them. Like, this is insane. That didn't happen. It wasn't worth it. But what did happen was, so the money that was donated to the nonprofit, you can't donate to a nonprofit and then spend it on yourself. It's illegal.
Right.
So we got this.
And we did everything with them advising us what to do.
Right.
Of course.
You
What do I know?
you were giving
So-
bad advice. Yeah.
Like, I don't know how much context to give people, but basically Philly D started a fund, a GoFundMe, to help us with this lawsuit. Overnight, it became like there's 80,000 in it, and then like by the next day there was like 180,000 in it.
It was like 150 after the
Or
fees and stuff
150,
we got.
and I did not plan to talk about this, so I hope I'm not getting things wrong.
I'll correct- I
This
mean,
is just
no, you
based
did.
on my shitty memory.
Yeah.
But so when we saw so much money, we were like, well, we don't want to take it all. We want to do something with this. We want to
Well,
help
he-
other people.
He told us that's way more money than you'll ever need.
Oh yes, that's
So we're like,
true.
okay, great.
He also said that.
So he's like, let's put it in. Listen to the scheme this guy put together. He goes, let's put it in a nonprofit, and then you can just pay me to represent other people.
You and other people.
Yeah. And so we did that, and then the attorney that made it for us realized, he's like, wait, you're doing this to pay for your own lawsuit? And then he got freaked out. He's like, I can't be involved in this. This is
Yeah.
fraud.
He said it's fraud.
He freaked out. The guy, the lawyer he
Yeah.
hired to do it, because he didn't give him the facts either. And so when we moved, changed attorneys, and got a new
And we
accountant,
put the money in that account, in the
All of
FUPA
it.
nonprofit account.
we couldn't touch it for like years because it was
So,
illegal.
yeah, when we switched lawyers, they're like, you cannot touch this right now. This is fraud.
Damn.
So the money that people donate to us, we couldn't use.
And so when we got a new accountant, they were able to like lobby and explain to the Attorney General of New York State what happened, and we were able to dissolve the nonprofit and get the money back after a couple of years.
Also, we did announce this whole like thing that this lawyers will be helping the community.
Yeah.
And then the guys couldn't handle it, like Ryan and his
Right.
other guy.
Well, we started paying out of pocket because we couldn't use that money.
That too, but they were like not really doing it too.
Well, they were incompetent.
They were so
like,
incompetent.
Straight up, like just. But that's I didn't know anything at the time. you know,
Yeah.
Just when this guy seemed like whatever. I got, in my opinion, taken for a ride. But
You got an expensive lesson, is what you got.
Yes, we did.
I'm a lot
Yeah.
smarter now about things, but another reason why I'm pissed at him is because this whole FUPA fund.
Right, that turned into the whole thing with Keemstar, and
yeah.
you were harangued about it for years. and-
Of people accusing me of stealing the money and stuff was all literally a consequence of all this bullshit I just described, where I couldn't use the money.
Yeah.
When I tried to use my own out-of-pocket money, they weren't able to really do it. And it was costing us a fortune, to be honest. It wasn't feasible. At the time, we didn't have a lot of money.
No.
And then also he said it wasn't going to cost a lot of money, so I pledged all this money to help. And then we realized as we were racking up like $100,000 in bills and couldn't touch that money, that we were going to need that money for ourselves.
Yeah.
So so Ryan Morrison is just, wow. He is a fucking real piece of shit. But maybe he's changed. He just got paid, though.
Well, it sounds like he's
Also,
a shitty lawyer, but again, as an agent, maybe he found his calling now.
What?
You know?
Say it. Sure. It happened. That's when we left, ultimately.
When we ultimately decided to leave, they were the ones that were like, yes, take this lawsuit on. It's an easy win. Then they decided at the end to advise us to pay him multiple.
They said you should settle this.
You should settle him like a few tens of thousands of dollars.
I don't remember the exact
I won't say the exact amount because I don't remember, but it was a lot. And that was the point where I was like, you guys are scam artists, and we are living this
allegedly,
official.
in your opinion.
In my opinion, that's what I said.
Yeah, it's what you
my
said.
thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, because they were like, once their original motion to dismiss it on a technicality, which made no sense at all, got dismissed, they're like, I think we need to think about settling
We
this.
got to throw in the towel.
Fucking morons. And then when we got to our new attorney, who's amazing, we started taking it on like legitimately. He filed a motion for summary judgment, and then a motion for dismissal, which it got granted on the motion dismissal on the merits of it being fair use.
Yes, fair use.
Yeah, it was a horrible time.
It was the worst time of our life, honestly.
Yeah.
It was so
You put us through
stressful.
hell.
We couldn't talk about anything. It was just terrible. And it was just the two of us dealing with lawyers on this side, lawyers on this side, not
It was
knowing
hell. That was the
what
worst
to do.
time. Yeah.
We were moving cross country from New York to LA. It was like the worst time.
Yeah, that was one of the worst times, man, dealing with that. And then all these fucking pieces of shit, like Keemstar and all of his buddies, and like Mudahar coming out and being like, Ethan's scamming people and stealing money. That was tough, man.
Mudahar took it back.
He did. God bless Mudahar.
I don't want to put him
He's the only one.
Ben is Keem. He took it back.
He's the only one.
Yep.
No, I like Mudahar. Yeah. It wasn't
him.
just them. That was the one that made me snap, finally.
Right.
The
He
Mudahar
was.
one.
Yeah.
Ironically.
See, the point that I'm trying to make here is hypocrisy is fucking terrible, especially when it comes from this guy who was so in touch with the community years ago and is now so fucking out of touch it's not even funny. Don't you guys own Teddy Fresh, by the way? One of that big, leading brand, the affordable $50 t-shirt company that is out there? Why don't you guys sit down and make N95 respirator masks and donate them to health officials so they can use those masks to help protect themselves while they protect the general public getting infected right now? Because the death toll is getting pretty fucking high, Ethan. But you're not going to do that, okay? You're not going to do it because this is the same individual that only acts out of self-fucking interest. Don't believe me? How about you look at the fucking FUPA fund? When has that shit been active? It's sitting there with $0 in the fund, and he ain't doing shit with it. It wasn't even active at all. Yes, a fund designed to help YouTubers fight fair use issues. I guess it's not here anymore. I guess it's not functioning. Hey, shit, we forgot about it. It was great when it financed and served us, but I guess it don't serve us anymore, so fucking call it a day. You see, the reality of it is, I've screwed with H3H3 for a long time, and I could definitely get behind Ethan on everything. But this concept of donation shaming, of hypocrisy, of being fuck the rich while also being rich yourself is just incredibly toxic to me.
You guys ever notice how every now and then someone will make a new video about how terrible I am?
Every now and then?
Okay, fine. All the time. You see, some people tell me I've changed, and frankly, I don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, cut the crap, Ethan. You're a greedy hypocrite and nobody likes you. I just watched this video and I don't even like you anymore.
What? That can't be true. Let me see that.
And by the way, Ethan, I told you not to use my car.
Okay, let's have a look here. 1 million views, 96% like ratio. And this guy must be right. I am a piece of shit.
I made a wrong statement. And for that, I 100% owe Ethan a complete apology for that video. It was wrong, and I should have checked my sources better, for sure, 100%.
But okay, Ryan Morrison, there he is, shaking it up. This is a more than professional athlete and megastar, Mr. Morrison said. It breaks my heart to even hear that. Also, the problem is because he used us so much to promote him.
He was the OG. If there ever was a clout goblin And if I can ever say that about anyone,
Mm-hmm.
it's Mr. Ryan Morrison.
Because when we made all these videos about the Matt Haas lawsuit at the time, it was always like, Mr. and Ryan Morrison is doing so much for us and he's awesome and all this shit. And then we slowly realized, like, I really regret even recommending him to people. But it worked out for XQC, you know?
I just realized we reacted to him being his lawyer way back because
Yeah.
XQC was about to sue the Olympics, I think. And we realized Video Game Attorney was his lawyer or something.
Oh, yeah.
What happened
You
with
guys
it?
remember that?
Yeah,
What
I do
happened with
remember
it?
that. I totally forgot about that.
I don't remember, but I do. His name has come up a few times, and I'm always like, oh my god, yo, this guy looks like him, but it's not him. That's unfortunate. This is him. And then here's another Ryan Morrison that looks kind of similar. Don't you think? Yeah, this is him.
I see. Does Ryan Morrison look like RyanMorrison.com?
Oh, good. Yeah. Which is who's who? Interesting. But he's done well for himself. Good. Yeah, the firm that they put together, him and his buddy, who was apparently this amazing litigator, I guess they broke up. Not surprisingly.
Not surprised.
And then he started his own thing. Awesome. So that was a weird tangent. Where were we? Good for XQC. $100 million fucking dollars.